What's up? It's Richie here with Statifying Football. This is for the Week 6 college football previews for the Thursday and Friday games. There's only 4 of them, so this should be pretty short. Starting the Thursday game, Georgia Southern facing South Alabama. Georgia Southern's 1-3, South Alabama's 1-4. Georgia Southern's coming off it was pretty close against Louisiana Lafayette. They did lose 37-24, but it's closer than that. Georgia Southern did run for 215. Their defense forced 2 turnovers, but they allowed 440 yards. Whereas South Alabama's coming off a 30-17 loss to Louisiana Monroe. However, South Alabama did run for 263 yards. Trey Minter ran for 150 as a team. I'm kind of leaning Georgia Southern here. Georgia Southern, I think they were much better than their 1-3 record. They've had some injury things going on, and now South Alabama could spring this bit of an upset, quote unquote. If they can keep that running game going, but I'm going to go Georgia Southern here. Then the next game on Thursday is Temple and East Carolina. It's kind of interesting. Both teams are sort of weird this year. Temple, they're coming off a 24-2 win over Georgia Tech. Ramon Davis ran for 135 and 2 touchdowns. They ran for 195 as a team. They forced 3 turnovers and had a fumble return for a touchdown. Whereas ECU's coming off it's a close win against Old Dominion, which isn't the best. They beat them 24-21. However, ECU, they're trying to turn over. They're just trying to make a bowl, and right now they're 3-2, and they're looking to win any which way they can. Quarterback Holton Eglers, he was only 8 for 21. He threw 2 interceptions, but he did throw for 202 and 2 touchdowns as well on just those 8 passes. Receiver Blake Prohl had 2 receptions for 100 yards and a touchdown. They did turn over 3 times, so they gotta, cut back on that against Temple especially. Their defense forced 3 turnovers. They only gave up 293 yards, and they did have a blocked punt for a touchdown, which might be a way they're gonna have to beat Temple. I do think these teams are pretty even, relatively so, but I'm gonna give the edge to Temple there. Then you got the Friday games, UCF and Cincinnati. This should be a really big American Athletic Conference game. UCF, they bounced back nicely from their loss against Pitt. They demolished UConn 56-21. It wasn't even that close. It was 28-0 after the first quarter. Dylan Gabriel threw for 281 and 3 touchdowns in pretty much a half. Gabriel Davis had 5 catches, 119 and 3 touchdowns. They put up 607. Their defense had 3 sacks. They actually forced 4 turnovers in the game, and they had a pick 6 in the game. Whereas Cincinnati's coming off a demolishing of a really good Marshall team, 52-14. Desmond Ridder, 18 of 22, 221, 4 touchdown passes. They ran for 230 as a team. Alec Pierce had 6 catches, 108, and a touchdown. This will be another really tough game for UCF. Cincinnati usually plays tough defense, kind of like Pitt did a couple weeks ago. And they got to go to Cincinnati. It's on a Friday night. It's a shorter week than normal. Cincinnati has one of the best running backs in the country, I think, in Michael Warren. So this will be a tough one. I'm gonna go UCF in this one, but they better watch out. This could be really an upset here. And then the last game on Friday, New Mexico against San Jose State. New Mexico lost in score-wise, it was a tight battle. They lost 17-10 to Liberty, but they were down 17-3 and then scored one late. They had a chance to get an onside and maybe win or something, but they couldn't. Quarterback Tavaka Tuyoti, not great, 12 of 26, 139, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, added 57 rushing yards. They did run for 223 as a team. However, they turned it over twice. Whereas San Jose State, they lost to Air Force 41-24. They put up 378 yards. Their defense did force 2 turnovers, but they gave up 518 yards and they gave it 382 rushing to Air Force. Air Force is more of a triple option team, but it shows their rush defense maybe isn't that stout. In New Mexico, despite that loss, they did run, like I said, for 223. They can usually run it okay. I'm going to give New Mexico the edge here. So those are my weekday picks. Check out my Saturday picks and my NFL stuff. Like, subscribe, share, leave comments. Peace.